In this video, you will learn how to make sentences using can and could. This topic is a part of verbs. Use can to talk about something you are able to do. For example, I can read English. Or, I can bake a pizza. To talk about something you are allowed to do. For example, you can take a lunch break. Or, you can drive my car. To ask for something in a friendly way. For example, can I use your pen? Or, can I draw in your book?
Remember, while forming sentences using can, do not add s to the verb. For example, I swim becomes I can swim. You swim becomes you can swim. He swims becomes he can swim. And it swims becomes it can swim. Saying he can swims or it can swims is incorrect.
To form a sentence, use the pronouns he, she, it, add can, and then the action word. For example, he can walk, or she can jump, or it can bark. To form sentences using the pronouns I and you, add can, and then the action word to show ability. For example, I can swim, or you can wait. To form sentences using the pronouns we and they, to talk about groups, follow the same rule. Add can and then the action word. For example, we can play. And they can sit. Use could in a sentence to talk about something you were able to do in the past. For example, I could run fast. Or, I could jump high. Use could to ask for something in a polite manner. For example, could you pass me the salt? Or, could you call back later?
Remember, while forming sentences using could, do not add s to the verb. For example, I swim becomes I could swim. You swim becomes you could swim. He swims becomes he could swim. And it swims becomes it could swim. Saying he could swims or it could swims is incorrect.
To create sentences using the pronouns he, she, and it, add could and then the action word. For example, he could walk, or she could jump, or it could bark. To create sentences using the pronouns I and you, add could and then the action word. For example, I could swim, or you could wait. To form sentences with the pronouns we and they, add could and then the action word. For example, we could play, and they could sit. Now you know how to use the words can and could in sentences.